Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this 30 days masterclass series on electric vehicle design using MATLAB Simulink. Today we are going to discuss about state of charger estimation using MATLAB Simulink, and this is Malapan from Pantech Solutions. I welcome you once again everyone here. Yes, first of all I would like to sorry for this late starting the class. So due to some technical issue 10 minutes got delayed. Extremely sorry for this delay. Uh, I welcome you everyone here. Yes, Basha, Ad- Adarva, Manav, welcome Rajesh, Sheikh Shalim, Difam, Mayuri. Very good evening everyone here. Yes, Amit Kumar, Nilesh, Lovely, Raful Natya, Mox Tiwari, Karthik. Warm welcome participants. Sayali, Nerula, Sai Krishna, Rajesh. Very good evening everyone here. Yes, very good evening participants. Hitesh Kumar, Akash Singh, Nitin Patil. Very good evening, very good evening. So I hope you have enjoyed this previous classes about BMS and then battery vehicles, battery sizings. So, have you seen this yesterday's reference design which I have shared in the live chat? So, anyone have you gone through the reference design? So, did you got collected all the circuit as well as the bill of materials? Yes, I am waiting for a reply. So, have you visited the website, particular website, Texas Instruments reference design? Yes, I am waiting for your reply. Yes, thank you, Akash. Yeah, Raghunath. Oh, great. You have visited. Great, great. Oh, yes or no? What is it? Okay. So, have you visited the reference design website or not? Just to share your answer in the chat. No, Raghunath. No, I'm not getting your mail. Lina Maria Vincent. No. Yes, sir. AP World. Yes. Many people know. So here we are going to estimate the SOC. We did not receive live chat. Yesterday we have shared the link. TI data I collected. Great, Shudip. Dr. Ansel, great, great. Ratna Raju, yes, very good, very good. So, I think you got some idea about the BMS model. So now you should know if you want to design your BMS, then what are all the steps to start the research. Right, I don't have a link, so please still the same video is there, so please visit the same link and check the on particular time. So in the live chat it will be the same link will be available. So those who are all not visited, so please revisit the same video and then got the links. Yes, great. So thanks for your reply. So similarly, today we are going to see, we discuss about the SOC estimation. See here in the Nilesh Singh, I didn't receive the mail. See, actually, I have not shared the mail. I have shared the link via the yesterday live chat. Sir, I'm not getting your emails. Okay, but there may be a mail, maybe in your spam, or else you fortunately have unsubscribed the email system. So due to that, maybe your mail you have not received it. So you don't worry. After this live, I will include your mail also. So please WhatsApp your email ID to my WhatsApp number. So this is my WhatsApp number. So please WhatsApp your email ID. Yes, thank you. And about the Pantech, Pantech is a educational equipments manufacturing company for EEE, ECE, computer science, and then IT related products. You can get it. In addition to that, we have a vision called to help 10 million students to learn the technology in easy way. So according to this, we have trained about 1 million, 1.5 lakh students so far, and we have targeted 10 million students. So on this vision, we have scheduled 3 more masterclass series from September 15th and then 25th, I think so, next series, and then October 1. So this 3 series is going to start. So if you are interested, so please join with us and then keep visit on our social media pages. And we have a announcement 7:30 p.m. We will share you the attendance form in the live chat. So please submit your attendance form. 25 days attendance is required to get your free webinar participation certificate. And batch 3 internship is started, so those who are all interested, you can use this coupon code to get your discount till 10th of September. You can join there. And 30 days master class. In this series we have covered basics of the power electronics, and then vehicle dynamics, motor control, about 5 motors we have discussed. And in the battery segment, battery sizing and then BMS model and some logic we have discussed in the MATLAB with MATLAB Simulink. So those who are all not covered, so please visit, and soonly that previous classes is going to remove from the YouTube live chat. So till so far the day 8 is available, but day 9, 10, 11, 12 the motor control section is going to after this tomorrow all the motor control classes will get removed from the YouTube. So please watch, rewatch, and again. Yes. So in the internship you can get 60 days access period. So those who are all interested, you can join your use this facility. And in the internship, we have additionally covered 2 projects: vector control induction motor and then solar powered electric vehicle system. So after that, you can find these things. Yeah. So now, do you know what is SOC? So what is SOC? Can you just comment in the comment box? What is SOC? Great. Good evening, everyone here. So can you please comment what is SOC? State of charge. Great. Yes, exactly, Mr. Technique. So technique to increase the speed of rate of charging in battery. See again here. See, generally you should know something. If you want to increase the battery, reduce the battery charging time, you have to allow how the rated capacity of the current. See, generally if you take battery systems, so let us discuss this one. So for that you can do anything. See, let us take this battery. So positive, negative. So like 12 voltage and then 100 Ah battery. Right. Suppose if you are see, generally the battery dynamics will be I will show you in the next slides. But if you are allowing to charge your battery at 100 ampere, so sufficient. If you are applying this one, then the battery default will consume the 100 ampere. The only thing, your circuit should allow to flow the current to the battery. And so there will be a battery charging states. See, initially it will be 0, and then if it is a fully charged, let us assume that this is the maximum 1. So let us calculate this one in the percentage, 0 to 100 percentage, right? So if the battery charger reaches to 80 percentage, and similarly the lower level is 20 percentage. So in this 2 range, whenever you are charging, suppose let us assume that 15 percentage, right? 15 percent. If you are allowing 100 ampere, then the battery will try to consume more than this 100 ampere. Similarly, let us assume that this case, suppose if your battery level is at 90 percentage, even though if you are applying 100 ampere, then battery will not take 100 ampere. So it will reduce the ampere intake. So you should know this physical mechanism to understand the to design the charging circuit level, right? So just to keep in your mind this point, and then while you are asking your questions, you please refine your questions. And see again, the SOC is nothing but a state of charge. If you know the state of charge, so what is the state of charge? Simply we can call it as balanced energy which is available on the battery. See, suppose if you are starting your vehicle at your home, and so during that the 100% is there. Suppose if you are reached the mid of the distance, so mid of the distance, anyhow you should know, you should reach the destination. Like 100, suppose if you take 100 km, then you have covered 50 km. So now your charge level has been reduced to 50%. Then you should know how much availability, how much charge is available on your battery. If you know this one, then you can reach again the balance kilometer confidentially. Otherwise, you will always the fear will be there whether our vehicle can reach the 100 km or balanced distance or not. So now if you know, if you have a system to estimate the balance always available energy, because in the battery, if you are taking the current, so this current, suppose if your battery is at 100%, and for example if your motor current draws 10 ampere, so during this 100%, if your circuit draws 10 ampere, but here let us take this case. So at this point, if you're trying to reduce, if you're trying to draw the 10 ampere, then what it will happen? So the charge density will be very less. So in that case, whatever you know, the estimated energy will get drained quickly. So you cannot predict the time period. Right. So here that's why the SOC estimation is a very critical parameter for the battery management system. So are you getting this point? See, if the charge level is getting reduced from 0 to 100, sorry, 100 to 0. So in that case, even though if your load current draws a 10 ampere as a rated current, if the battery charge level is 100 ampere, then there is no issue. If the battery charge level is less than if it approaches to zero, so there is a chance to reduce the energy density in the battery, because I will show you how this physical this dynamics may change in the forthcoming slides. So keep watch this entire class. So now if you know the balance energy, if you know this value, then you can drive your vehicle at a highly confidential level, right? Suppose if your distance is like a balanced distance is 100 km and 100 km, but your charge level is like 10%, then definitely you cannot cover this distance, right? So in that case, the SOC estimation is a important parameter. So the BMS model will always estimate this SOC from the current value, because for the BMS the three major parameters is going to input, right? So the first one is that current, voltage, and then temperature. Here the current draw depends the load as well as the temperature inside the battery, right? So here the temperature is a variable parameter. So based on the temperature, the current draw may increase, right? So that's why the SOC estimation is the very big, important topic in the electric vehicle systems. So now we should know the battery characteristics. So if you take a capacitor and a battery, suppose in this the capacitor behaviors will be like this. So take a empty glass of water, and just fill the water. Then what it will be like? Suppose the 80%, let us assume the 20%. The area of the storage, almost equal, right? So there will be like a 10 to 15% difference. That is the area of the storage, energy storage area, right? So maybe between these two area, the area will be energy storage area is a constant one. almost constant. Still there will be some difference, but almost constant. Whereas in the battery system, see here, let us assume that 20%, and then just assume that 80%. So let us assume this is 80%, then this is 100%. See here, this area are the energy storage area, right? For this 100%, you may get more area to store your energy. Whereas if you approach to zero, and in the chemical parameter will lose the energy, because the very limited area to store the energy. So while the energy reaches to 0%, this is the main difference between the capacitor and then in the battery. So if you know this concept, then you can easily understand the battery working principle. So why your mobile gets switched off whenever the battery reaches less than 20%. Suddenly the battery will get your mobile will get switched off, because there is no any area to store the energy as well as to dissipate the energy. Right? So is it clear? Is it clear? Please comment in the comment box. Yes, thank you, Mr. Wagis. Because see, let us understand easily from this two curve, right? See, this is the 100% curve, and it's approached linearly to the 0%. Whereas in the battery segment, so the exponential curve. See here, this is the exponential curve. Whenever the battery reaches the minimum level, then immediately the zero level will be reached, right? So now the cell evenly sized, right? See here, this is the basic dynamics for everyone, so not a battery. So so this logic will applicable for cells. So if it is applicable for the cell, then it's you can expand it to the battery pack also. Open circuit voltage, OCV nothing but the open circuit voltage. Great. Great. So thanks for your comment. So now let us move to the next slide. So now how you can measure the capacity of the battery? How you can measure the capacity of the battery? See here, see, let us take the bottle, and so this is the amount of energy stored in the battery, right? So this is the empty area. So this is the empty area. So there is no any energy. But here there is no any energy. Still, if you are charging the battery, or else if you are taking the energy from the battery, then the current flow will be like this. So the bubble, nothing but the bubbles you can equate. So the the amount of bubbles you can equate how much amount of energy you are going to draw. So let us assume that 12 voltage, 100 Ah. So this is the capacity of the battery. If you are drawing the current like 10 ampere, so in that case the bubbles will be very less. If you are drawing the current like 100 ampere, then the bubbles will be huge size, right? So here these bubbles are the chemical reactions. So if you are arresting this, whenever this bubbles rate is huge, so there is a huge possibility to increase the temperature. So that is called cell temperature, right? So whenever the temperature is high, even though if you are drawing 10 ampere, then it's equivalent to the 100 ampere. That is the rated capacity. So in that case, you should reduce the temperature to reduce the bubbles inside the battery cell to draw the rated load current, right? So now we have to calculate the amount of energy available on the battery. So for that one, we are going to use the so see here, suppose if you take it, this is the 0%, and this is the 1. So the SOC called that state of charge. So if you know the Coulomb, that is the charge of the battery, energy level of the battery. So this we can call it as a Q of T. So because the T is a variable parameter, so based on the current and then temperature in the real time level, right? So now how we are going to calculate this one? So as we know that a BMS is an electronic circuit from the battery. To ensure these 3 parameters, for this one we are going to feed current, voltage and then temperature. So these 3 parameters we are going to feed to this electronic circuit, right? So again here the SOC is nothing but it's a relative measure of the amount of energy stored in a battery, defined as that ratio between the amount of charge extractable from the cell at a specific point of time and the total capacity. So here this is the total capacity and then this is the running capacity remaining. So this is called the percentage of the SOC, that is state of charge. So now how we can measure the SOC? See here there is a formula called Coulomb count or current integration model. So current integration model. See the Q naught is the initially charged level. See the Q naught is the initially charged level. Suppose let us take this is the Q naught. And the I of T. So the I of T nothing but let us assume this as a maximum value. Suppose if you are going to measure the SOC for the charging level. So in that case let us assume the Q of T is Q naught is a 50%. And after that you can take it as a positive current and then we can you can measure it. Similarly for the discharging level, so now we are going to calculate the SOC for the discharging period. So in that case let us assume this battery fully charged level, that is 100%. Fully charged level is the 100%, right? So in that case fully charged level 100%. In that case the time difference between minimum level to maximum level. So let us assume that 1 hour or 2 hour or 30 minutes, whatever it may be. So in that case you have to give the discharging current. This is the discharging current and then time difference D of T. So if you apply this 2 value, then you can calculate the SOC. So for that one we are going to use the Coulomb counting method. So this is the very generalized method, very basic method to measure the SOC, Coulomb count method, right? So SOC is nothing but the Coulomb count method we are going to use 1 by C nothing but the total capacity of the battery. Suppose if you take 12 voltage 100 Ah battery, so the 100 Ah is the total capacity, right? And so now we are going to run this battery for 1 hour. So in that case 0 to 1 hour. And you are going to draw load amount of current like a 10 ampere or 100 ampere, so whatever it may be. Suppose if you are going to draw the 10 ampere, in the sense the 10 ampere you are going to draw. So now if you apply this value to this SOC, then you can estimate the SOC for the discharging circuit. Similarly for the charging circuit, see here for the discharging you have to apply a -1 and charging you have to apply a +1. So this is the very simple formula to estimate your SOC, right? So now let us take 2 calculations to measure this one. So let us assume this one. So this is the SOC formula. Yes, sir, can you please repeat the method to calculate the SOC battery? So please rewatch the video to get one. See here now we are going to measure the SOC. So this is the SOC and SOC T of -1. So this is called, let us assume that already our battery charged at 100%. And so this is the running value, right? The initial SOC, and whatever you want you can measure it. You can feed this value 100% or 80%, 50%, whatever it is. And battery current at the time constant, time instant, and then step time. So this is step time and the nominal capacity of the battery in Ah. So these are the denotes which you have to keep in your mind. So now let us take example 1. So see here, 100 volt battery with 50 Ah. So this is the battery capacity. So now we are going to take a current to 25 ampere at a constant load. Let us take a constant load. So but in real time, so it will not be a constant. So see here, whenever your vehicle is in the normal or abnormal or conditions, see here, while your vehicle is in the down gradient, then the current will be very less. Whereas in the up gradient, the current drop by the motor will be the huge. So it depends the weight and then depends the speed which you are applying and the load. The current may current may vary. But let us take the maximum current. So maximum current, the motor can draw 0 ampere also and then 1 ampere also sometimes. But the maximum rated current, let us take 25 ampere. So the continuously the motor is going to draw 25 ampere at the maximum level. So in that case, let us assume that load is a current is a 25 ampere. So now we are going to calculate the SOC after 1 hour. So continuously we are going to run this motor for 1 hour, which means that 25 ampere continuously are going to draw. So now you have to calculate how much energy it will be remaining. Right. So for that one, we are going to apply this formula. See here that load current is a 25 ampere. Load current is a 25 ampere. Just apply. So this SOC is the initially charged value, that is the 10 ampere at 100%. You just apply, and then 1 divided by C, that is the 50 Ah. 50 Ah. And we are going to draw the value, right? So in that case, let us take this is the minus ampere. Right, so minus value, and then current apply the 25 value, and 1 is the time interval 1, and then percentage is the 100%. So if you apply, then you will get a 50% will be the remaining battery capacity after 1 hour if you continuously draw the load current. Right, great, thank you. So do you have any questions about this calculations? Thank you participants. Similarly, just to take a second example, similarly we are going to have a 12 voltage battery and then 100 Ah, and now we know only the ohms rate, load value, load current. Thank you participants. Is this ideal method? You can take it is ideal method or extreme end conditions. So let us take extreme end conditions. So see here 1.2 ohm is the maximum load current, load resistance. So in that case, now we have to calculate the load current. So total voltage divided by 1.2 ampere ohm. So nothing but the 10 ampere will be the load current. So and again we are going to consider the SOC initial level is 100% at t is equal to 0, and we are going to calculate after the 2 hours. So after the 2 hours, just substitute the value 100% and then minus 10 ampere, and then now the time period is a 2 ampere, 2 hours. So in that case, the balance charge will be 80%. So if you apply, then you will get a 80%. How to choose DT? See here, you took the value, you have assumed this value after 2 hours, after 3 hours, after 4 hours, after 5 years, whatever you want, you just apply. Yes, Mr. Hitesh, this is the actual method people are still using in the electric vehicles. The Tata people are using the same method in the their hardware, in their hardware. Because we are taking the current from the battery, so that's why we are taking. That's why we have considered negative sign. If you are applying the voltage, then you have to consider as a positive sign. Negative denotes the discharge, and then this is negative. The positive denotes the charge. So now let us take the MATLAB example. Yeah. See here, this is the basic MATLAB. In the MATLAB, I have took a battery model. See here, actually in the MATLAB there are two different batteries. One is called Simulink Sim Power System battery, and another one is SimScape battery. In Simulink Sim Power System battery, by default we can measure the SOC. Whereas this is the actual, we can take it as an actual battery. So just to take this battery, apply this formula whatever we have calculated. Yes. See here, 100 voltage and then 50 Ah. So this is the actual voltage, and these are all the internal resistance you can use. You can use it for as per your data sheet, right? And these two are the initial conditions, so no need to worry about these values. Suppose if you are going less than this value only, you have to consider this one. And so initial value, these are the by default value, so just to keep it, no need to worry, change anything. So this is the finite or infinite. Finite one, you have to choose it, right? So now so the battery is connected by the load. Okay, so this is the constant current we are going to draw. So this current draw is about 25 ampere we are going to draw for the 1 hour period. So the 1 hour period, like we are going to run this simulation for 1 hour. So that is called the 3600 seconds we are going to run this simulation. Alright. So in that case, first you should measure the current. So for to measure the current, I have used the current sensor. So this is the current sensor, and so now I can get the current, and in the formula 1 by capacity, right? So the capacity is about 50 is the capacity, and then 1 hour we are going to run the simulation, right? So 1 hour, 1 by 50 into 1 hour, right? And second one, now we are going to integrate this model. So use this block to integrate this one, just a simple integrator. So no need to change anything. So use this discrete integrator to apply the integration value. And after that, SOC we have considered in the formula. So this is the SOC. Initially it's a 1%, right? That is 100%. So let us assume this value 1. Let us assume this value as a 1. Right? So let us assume this value as a 1. So now whatever it is, we are going to minus from this value. So then we can get a balanced voltage. So balanced charge, right? So let us run this simulation. So let us run this simulation. See here, we have run this load for 1 hour, right? 3600 seconds we have run this one. So initially the charge level is 1, and it's started to discharge it from the 100%. Right, so from 100% gradually it's reached. So after 1 hour, the charge level will be balanced value 0.5 or 50%. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. How? In 1 hour charge is 50% and 2 hours is 80%. Just recheck the video, whatever I have calculated this one, and then ask your questions. Why can we use capacitor? It's not a capacitor, it's a Coulomb count. So total capacity. not clear, suppose if you are if you are not getting this point, so please rewatch the entire video, because if you know the theoretical part, then only you can calculate this one. You can understand, easily understand the calculations. Thank you, participants. So now I recommend you everyone, so use this entire block. So this is the voltage battery. I will enable all the block names so that you can prepare your own. Battery, this is the current sensor. So this is the current source. So here we have modeled that. So the 25 ampere we are going to draw continuously, right? So this is the battery parameters. I repeat once again, this is the battery parameters, and a simple current sensor I have connected, and this is the current controlled source. So whatever you are applying here, so that value will continuously draw. Suppose if you are applying 10 ampere, then it will draw only 10 ampere. If it is a 50 ampere, then it will draw 50 ampere. So like that I have calculated 25 ampere, right? So this is the electrical reference, and this is the header file. So solver configuration. So those who are all not understand these concepts, so please check the day one video and then ask your questions, right? And so from this current sensor we are measuring the current value. So current value, so as per our calculation reference point, so we have calculated for the 1 hour period. So in that case the one capacity is 1 by C, that is that 50 into AH. Okay, so 50 into 50 is the A, and then H is the R's. So that is the capacity of the battery. So we have to apply this one, and after this value we have to calculate we have to add the integration model. So because this is the equivalent real-time current sensor, you have to consider like that. And after that, already we have assumed that SOC is a 100%. Let us assume that if it is a 50%, then you have to apply 0.5 value here. So in that case the value will be 0 after 1 hour period. So like that you have to prepare you have to prepare this MATLAB file, and take output and paste your output in this video comment box for the second example. So the second example is just to take this note, second example, 12 voltage and then 100 Ah battery. Now we are going to calculate the 2 R's, and if you apply then you will get 80%. So you have to take a output like this. So here here we got 50%, right? So you see here we got a 50%, right? Similarly you have to get output for 80%, and then share your output in this video comment box, day 17 video comment box. So this is the Coulomb count method which is currently using in the industry, and there are a few methods also available. See here again, let us check one by one. Factors affecting the capacity, the capacity estimation, that is SOC estimation, PCB component, and then accuracy level. So here you have to use 100% tolerance, that is a 0% tolerance. You have to choose this one, and then instrumentation accuracy, cell model fidelity, and then aging of the battery, and then temperature. So these are all the affecting factors. So because we are going to measure the instrumentation system, so in that case these are all the points needs to keep in your mind. And methods of SOC estimation, Coulomb count method, this is a verified well-known method, and after that there are a lot of methods are there, but still these methods are the proof of concept. How much is the variation in SOC estimation versus actual? So if you use the Coulomb count method, then so far it's a 99%. It's the accuracy. Yes. Thank you. Now you can ask your questions. Now you can ask your questions. If you use machine learning method, then it will be more efficient. Mr. SR Ganesh, please watch the complete video. I have not put a fine 0.5 value, so that is a display block. That is a result of the simulation. How the gates are made? What is the question? Sir, as you said, battery charging technique. We need to change the We need to change better charger circuit. Yes, exactly. What is f of x? F of x is the header file. Why you delete previous videos? As already we have noticed that the record, YouTube live video will be removed after the live. So still, if you feel you are getting benefit from this lecture class, use this free lecture and then get repeat for 3 more days. And still, if you need, then you please better join in the internship. How the logic gates are made? See, actually the logic gates are available on the MATLAB Simulink as a blocks. Yes, Mr. Sanjay, do the calculation starts with the 100%. Step time for your exercise is 2 hours. Thank you, Rigved Sharma. Pankaj, all the class videos are available on the internship portal. So you just use this internship portal to get access all the 30-day classes, as well as you can download the MATLAB Simulink project files along with the presentations, whatever I have shared, and then you can join in the VIP WhatsApp group to ask your questions and all. Amar Nuraj, I am making battery thermal management system. So far, this can you guide us through it for analysis? Yeah, of course, Mr. Amar. Please contact me WhatsApp group. How are Opal RTL HL type as a simulation type for the EV components? Yeah, you can use actually that Opal RTL Opal RT method or the real-time simulation hardware. So you can use it. Thank you, Aditya. Thanks for your comment. Porkodi, very clear, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your valuable comment. Hitesh Ramol, what are the key benefits of the join in the internship portal? See, actually, in the internship portal, I will guide you for the next 30 days. You will get automatic emails, so please access the class, and then you will get notifications from our system. And the second thing, you can download the MATLAB files to kickstart your career. See, because actually I have invested so much of time to build these projects, right? So here, if you watch the video and then if you are ready MATLAB project file, then immediately you can crack the concept and then you can further you can start your research. right? So in that case, it's a wonderful platform to understand EV, and not only EV concepts. So for the powertronic concepts, definitely this will help you to understand if you consistently putting your 45 minutes on daily basis. That is the main takeaway from our 30 days program. Yeah, the masterclass series is going to start on solar projects. We'll get only this 30 days. Yes, exactly. This 30 days class video access only, not a download. Underground cable fault distance. Yeah, for custom requirements, you please WhatsApp me. I will help you to solve the issue. Valuable class, great effort. Thank you, Smooth. Reducing charging time, just WhatsApp me your idea to my WhatsApp number, Subhadeep. Thank you, Hitesh. Thank you. Yeah, Praveen, WhatsApp me. I will share you some concepts. I will share you some. How are we doing fast charging in EV vehicles? So there are a lot of methods are there. So based on the powertronic circuit, you can check it. So in the IEEE paper, there are a lot of research concepts are there. So please check the IEEE papers. Portal, the entire video will be different. So there, here we are show you only the demo. In the internship, we will assist you step by step, because actually it will take lot of time. So within this 45 minutes, it won't possible to share all those informations. So in the internship portal, we will give you the video like a step by step procedure. So how to integrate, how to connect each and every block. So and parallelly you can build your project. Video download is not possible. You can access the video, and you can download the MATLAB project file as well as the presentations. Does the battery has constant SOC value? It won't be constant. It cannot be a constant, because we are going to use the battery, right? See here, Mr. Israel, you have to formulate the temperature based SOC level. So that is a lookup table based one. You have to do it. Internship joined, but I didn't get access. So please WhatsApp your email ID to this number. Please WhatsApp me your email ID to this number. I will support you. This is my WhatsApp number, so please take this one. What can we do to make EV affordable? Yeah, we will. I will share you some hardware related classes in the day 28th, 9th and 30th. If you follow the concept, then you can build your own vehicle. SOH is not considered. Yes, exactly. The topic I have not included. So maybe EV version 3 I have include. I may be included. Rakesh, please share your email ID to this number 919840974408. Smooth Satyam, that is different portal. So please check before if you are ordering. Before check twice. Shankar Sir, what about any simulation related? So please repeat the question. Raj Narayana, I enrolled for internship. Thank you, Raj. Warm welcome to the internship community. Shankar, right now I don't have information, so let me check and confirm you. Thank you, Shudap, Sudeep. Jubin, so far these concepts only I have included, so maybe I will try to add next thing. Thank you, participants. Thanks for your valuable time and wonderful opportunity here. Thank you once again. If you have any more questions, you please share me your questions in this video comment box. I will try to give you the answers. Thank you. Thank you once again.